Hi everyone, my name is Vinay Sharma and today we have a task to analyze the IPL dataset and find out useful information from it, like which team and players are performing well and which players or team a company should endorse for its products. So let's take a look at the dataset. So let's take a look at the dataset and here we have various parameters to judge the performance of a team or a player like balls, runs, and wickets taken, and many other things. So here we have two sheets actually. First is the delivery sheets, and second is the matches sheet. So they both contain the useful information. So we have to use both of them, and that's why I have performed join operation between both of these tables. Now I will show you the result I got from the analysis. So let me go to the presentation mode of our analysis. So this is the first slide which shows the venues where IPL matches had been played. We can check the number of matches at a particular venue by just hovering over it, and we can see in Delhi there have been 74 matches, in Mumbai there have been 101 matches, in Ahmedabad there have been only 12 matches, and we can see there are some matches that had been played in UAE, 7 in Abu Dhabi, and 6 in Sharjah, and there are also some matches that have been played in South Africa. So let me go to the location of South Africa, and here we can see there have been some matches in different cities in South Africa also. So yeah, there has been on more than 100 matches in Mumbai. So that is the interesting finding in this analysis in the first slide. Now let's move to the second slide. Here we can see which team has won how many matches. Like Mumbai Indians has won 109 matches. CSK, that is Chennai Super Kings, has won 100 matches, and third is Kolkata Knight Riders, and they have won 92 matches. And we can clearly see that Mumbai Indians has won most number of matches uh, in the whole IPL seasons overall. And here are all other teams that has won the matches in the decreasing order. Fourth is Royal Challengers Bangalore, fifth is Kings 11 Punjab, and sixth is Rajasthan Royals. And there have been some matches that has been tied, so there are four matches like that. Now let's move on to the third slide. In this slide, we can get the info about toss decision and winner. First, uh, first graph is bat and field graph. Here we can clearly see that most of the times uh, teams like to field first, and seems pretty logical considering IPL is really fast paced game. So batting in the second innings gives a clear view of how many scores the team has to score, and there is also the two factor because most of the matches are played in the evening. Second graph shows the number of times a team has won toss, and here we can clearly see Mumbai Indians has won the most of the tosses, and has been number one again in the toss winner section, followed by KKR and then CSK. And we can choose the filter of venue to see these toss winners at different venues, like at this ACA VGCA stadium. We can see there have been only two matches, and there is only a Delhi Capitals one time winner and second time the Chennai Super Kings was the winner. So let me go back to the all. Yeah, this third graph shows the number of times a team chose to bat or field first, and here we can see CSK has chosen 48 times to bat first out of 89 toss wins, and Kolkata Knight Riders has chosen to field first 62 times out of 92 toss wins. So we can get a clear vision of how the teams have been lucky in the toss wins, or how they take the decision based on their toss wins. So let's move to the fourth slide. So till now we were looking at the teams. Now we will focus more on the individual players. And here in this slide we can get the info about the players who have scored the highest runs in IPL till now. And here we can see Virat Kohli has scored the highest runs, that is 5434, followed by SK Raina, who has score who has scored 5415 runs, followed by RG Sharma, then DA Warner. And here we have a filter which show the number of players based on their scores. So I have selected 20 players, so it is showing top 20 players, but we can see the top 50 players also. So now we can see the top 50 players who have scored the best in the IPL seasons right till now. So let's move to the fifth slide. Here this slide will give the info about a batsman's performance based on the strike rate. So here we have two filters, that is the team filter and the season filter. So team filters will show you the exact team which you have selected, like Chennai Super Kings, and if you want to select the Mumbai Indians, we can select Mumbai Indians. And second filter is the season, where we can select all the seasons, or we can select a particular season like 2008 season, 2009 season, or 2010 season. So we can see info about the teams clearly. So let me select the Chennai Super Kings. So in Chennai Super King, we can see SK has scored the most of the runs, and his strike rate has is 134. And if we go to the MS Dhoni, we can see that MS Dhoni has scored less runs, but his strike rate is more. So strike rates also depend on the number of balls that a player has been played. So if a player has played less balls, so his strike rate will be high. So strike rate will give a performance about the player, but it won't tell the whole story. So we have to look at the batsman's scores, numbers of balls played, and the strike rate together. Moving on to the third slide. And I'm sorry, moving to the sixth slide. In this slide we can see the info about the how many catches, bowled and run out, or any other dismissal kind has happened. So there have been 5348 catches, 1581 bowled, and 540 LBWs, and 852 runouts, and there has been 278 stumped, and there have been caught and ball situations 211 times. And there are other dismissal kind like retired hurt and hit wicket and obstructing the field. So let's get to the seventh slide. So this slide will give the info about the winning percent of a team based on their toss decision. And from color legends we can see blue is the bat first and orange is the field first. Here we can see Mumbai Indians has won most of their matches when they choose to field first. Exactly 59% or 64 number of matches they have won when they choose to field first, uh, according to their toss decision. And in case of Chennai Super Kings, they have won 48% times, um, while they choose to field first, and 52% times when they choose to bat first. And for Kolkata Knight Riders, to field is the best decision they uh, take. So there have been 62% times when they won the match by fielding first. And we can see all the teams in this graph. Moving on to the 8th slide. So here in the slide, we can see average wins by runs or average win by wickets of any team. And here we can see Chennai Super Kings has won by 18 runs on average while defending their score against the other teams. And Gujarat Lions has won by 5 wickets while they were batting for the other team's score, or to chase the other team's score. So we can see this information about all of the teams, like Mumbai Indians on an average has won by 17 runs while defending their score. And we can see this information about all the other teams. And we can choose the filters like season, like in which year we want to see these information about, and all the venues. So let's move to the ninth slide. In this slide we can see how many times a player has won man of the match award, and Chris Gale has been the man of the match more than any other player. It is 21 times Chris Gale has been the man of the match in all the IPL seasons. And for it is followed by AB de Villiers and RJ Sharma, then MS Dhoni and DA Warner. And we can select how many top players we want to see. Like I have chosen 24 right now, but we can choose 50 players to see. So this is all the players that have won man of the match, top 50 players that have won man of the match award. So let's move to our last slide, that is 10th. In this slide we can see how many times a player has given wide or no balls, and we can choose a particular team and a particular season. So for right now I am choosing Chennai Super Kings in 2012 season. So we can see here DJ Bravo uh, gave 20 wide balls but 0 no balls, and JK Morkel gave 17 wide balls and 1 no ball. So we can see all this information about all the teams in all of the seasons. Like in Pune Warriors, there has been 13 wide balls by M. Karthik and 1 no ball. So let me get to the conclusion. So if a company wants to endorse any team for their product, they can go with Mumbai Indians, Chennai Super Kings, and Kolkata Knight Riders. And if they have low budget or something else, so they can take a look at the Royal Challengers Bangalore, Kings 11 Punjab too. And if a company wants to go with a particular player, they should take a look at this chart and consider the top 10 or top 20 players from this chart like Virat Kohli, SK Raina, Arju Sharma, DA Warner, S Dhawan, Chris Gale, MS Dhoni, and RV Thappa are the top players they can go with. And if the company wants to go with a particular team and a particular player in that team, so they can take a look at this chart and decide whether they want to go with a particular team or a particular player. They can choose by season, by team. They can take a look how much a player have scored in the particular season or in overall all the seasons, so they can decide better with this chart. And I hope you have all liked the video and like the explanation that I gave you. So thank you.